Welcome back to another episode of Whip Media TV. I'm your host, Whip Media Mickey, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do to the channel. Subscribe right now. Join the Vibe Tribe. Let's get it. On today's episode, I cover Hip Hop 48 Laws of Power, Part 3. Just some things about me that I'm learning. People who think through math and science may appear more harsh and blunt, whereas people who think through religion may come off more hopeful and nicer at times. See, we all have questions, but we don't all have the answers. That's just life. And if we did, there would be no such thing as a question, right? Even that's a question. Becoming wise or getting wiser comes from mental exercise, thinking in patterns, reading people, self-discipline, and determination. Pressure finds the brightest diamonds. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. The courtier wields power through discrete avenues. By flattering and yielding their superiors, only enforcing their power through charm and grace, they gradually accumulate an ever-increasing amount of power. There are several steps one can take to become the perfect courtier, and they involve the following: practicing nonchalance, being frugal with flattery, adapting your style and language according to your audience, avoiding being the bearer of bad news, never criticizing your superiors, being self-observant, mastering your emotions, and being a source of pleasure. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Do not accept the role that society has given you. Forge your own identity, one that commands attention. Master your image rather than letting others dictate it for you. Remake yourself into a figure of power as if molding yourself from clay. To do this, you must first be self-aware, and you must learn to master your emotions. Then you must create a memorable character. From here, you can learn to play many roles to adapt to any given situation requires of you. However, remember that overreacting can be counterproductive. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. You must maintain a spotless appearance. You should never be associated with nasty deeds. To do this, employ the use of scapegoats to disguise your involvement. Your reputation depends more on what you conceal than what you reveal. You should always have a convenient scapegoat on hand for when needing to conceal your more devious activities. In addition to a scapegoat, you will also need a cat's paw. This is someone who does your dirty work for you while obscuring your involvement. This means letting someone else be the bearer of bad news while you choose to associate yourself exclusively with the good. Law 27. Create a cult-like following by playing on people's need to believe. See, people want to believe in something. By inventing yourself as this cult-like entity, they will follow you and give you untold amounts of power to become such a figure. You need to follow these steps. Keep your words vague and simple, but full of promise. Emphasize enthusiasm rather than intellectual and irrational. Structure your group in accordance to the forms of organized religion. Disguise your sources of income and create an us versus them dynamic. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. Everyone admires the bold. The timid are frowned upon. Consequently, you should choose a course of action half-heartedly. Your doubts will become apparent and will tarnish your reputation. It's always better to act boldly. Any mistakes made are easily compensated by acting even more audaciously. Few are born bold. It's a habitat that needs to be cultivated. It must be practiced. Likewise, timidity is also a learned trait. If you find yourself acting timidly, you must root this out and replace it with acts of boldness instead. Hip Hop 48 Laws of Power, Part 3.